Hi guys and gals, B978. I just wanted to bring another video to you. This is my carry gun. I've carried this all for I don't know about probably 4 months now, and it's the Kimber Tactical Custom 2. It's a really good gun. It has a lot of really good features, like the double diamond grips. You get those with it, obviously. Very nice laminated grips. Very nice laminated grips. They're very comfortable too. They actually stick out a little bit further than the regular grips do. They just fill your hand up, so they're really comfortable. And this is obviously safety checked. Pull this out. No brass, no ammo. Nothing. Okay. Anyway, it has the skeletonized hammer, which is really nice. It's really comfortable to draw back. It has the aluminum trigger. It comes with tritium sights. It does have the 3-dot tritium sights, as you can see. Try to get this where you can see it a little better. It is extremely accurate. Also has the lowered flare ejection port. I've probably put about, oh boy, I would wager a guess around 3,000 rounds through it so far. I have not had any bobbles. It's been extremely reliable. It does have the flare ejection port. It comes with, or no, I'm sorry, not ejection port, but magazine well, which makes it a lot easier to get your mags in. A whole lot easier to get your mags in. The mags actually spring right out, you know. I mean, they come out nice and easily. It comes with one magazine, which you would think for the price of these things, they would give you at least 2 magazines. It comes with your regular, comes in a plastic box with 1 magazine. So as soon as I got it home and cleaned it pre-use before I took it out and shot it, I switched the magazine out for a 2 10-round Chip McCormick mags, which have been wonderful. Functioned wonderful. There's the one thing I really do see about this gun that one small flaw, which can be fixed no problem, a little Loctite or whatever, is the screws, the grip screws. They do work themselves loose, and every time I've shot it, it's actually done that. I mean, not to where they fall off, but just to where the grip panel gets loose. It does have the longer beaver tail, which is really nice for those of us who have big hands, and it gets you right up there on it, Gets you a good high profile grip on the gun. The slide serrations on the rear and the front are really nice. They function really well. It's got some really smooth action. The action is just really, to borrow one of Such's phrases, smooth as butter. It's smooth as butter. It really is. It does have the it has the long guide rod, and of course has a hollowed, has to have the hollowed spot there for the rod to come through, obviously the guide rod. So that's how that is. You can switch it out. You can put you a smaller guide rod and a sealed cap bushing on the end. I really don't plan on doing that with this one. These MSRP at $13.71. So obviously you can get them little bit cheaper, but that's a pretty good price, and you do get what you pay for in the gun itself. I will tell you, it is really a pleasure to shoot this gun. It does have also the I mentioned that already, but it does have the ambi safety. I think I mentioned it. Well, I'm mentioning it again. It does have the ambi safety on both sides. It's really nice. Really nice for those of us that are left-handed. You know, it goes to show at least somebody else is thinking about lefties. But it's just really, really nice gun. I do notice also that I've used a leather holster 90% of the time, and I've noticed that it's getting I don't know if you can see it, crappy lighting in here. Oh, by the way, this is an aluminum frame, so just so you know that. Aluminum frame, it has been getting nicks, like, you know, right here. It's getting little spots, wear spots on it. It's getting on the slide, it's getting wear spots on it. And I haven't had it all that long. Now, I don't mind the wear spots because I use my guns. I use them a lot. I shoot quite a bit, and I load my own ammo, and I have had no problem whatsoever. Actually, I had a XTP round jam up in it, which those are supposed to be like some of the best ammo out there, and it could have been a really bad failure. So I am done with using the you know, store-bought ammo. I'm loading my own. I've had 0 failures with my ammo, and you know, so and everyone's different. You know, it could have just been, you know, a crappy round or whatever, but I'm just not willing to take that chance on my life or my family's lives. It is a very nice gun to shoot. I can tell you right now, it's well worth the money. It has really nice serrations. I believe it's like 20 or 30 lines per inch stippling, rather, on the back of the grips. On the front, it has the same thing. They're really nice, and sharp. They look like they're really sharp, but they're not. They really feel nice to the hand. They really do. They give you a really positive grip on the gun itself, and I don't know. It just feels like it belongs in your hand when you get it in your hand. It's just really comfortable. It aims really well. The sights are really nice. They're very bright. They're easy to pick up day or night. I'm trying to think of anything I haven't told you that you need to know. I did mention that it does have an aluminum frame. Now, I'm not crazy about aluminum frames, but I figured I'd give this one a chance, so I went ahead and got it, and I have not been one bit disappointed. Not one bit disappointed. Up here on the slide on the left side of the gun, you got Kimber up here, and on the other side, of course, you've got Tactical Custom 2, and then your serial number and your where it was made, Yonkers, New York, USA. You know, a lot of people really do love 1911s. I am a real 1911 fanboy, I guess. I've enjoyed them. I'm a big guy, so I enjoy having a hefty gun. They're not for everybody. They are definitely not for everybody. You know, smaller stature folks may have a hard time with it, but you know, or the inexperienced. You do have the safety, and that is one thing I wanted to hit on too. The safety on this gun, it's when you carry this gun, it's meant to carry with the hammer back and the safety on. Put the safety on, right? And it's completely safe to carry this way and with a round in the chamber. But if you get into an altercation with someone, you have to remember that every time you go to draw this weapon, you have to sweep that safety off. You have to sweep that safety off. If you don't sweep off the safety and get a good positive grip, the gun won't go off. It does have the grip safety right here also. So, you know, you do have to grip the gun, you know, very positively. And as far as, you know, I know there have been people killed trying to pull the weapon, and they're scared, your adrenaline's pumping, and you forget to flip the safety off. That's a bad day. That's a bad day. Unfortunately, that's the way it is, though. You have to train with your guns. You have to know what platform you're carrying. You have to know exactly what you carry, the ins and outs of that gun, because they're not all the same, and they don't all, you know, some of them will shoot certain rounds, some of them are real finicky. You just have to find the rounds that work well in them, and that's what you use. And as far as, you know, like I said, I love 1911s, but I'm also a Glock guy. I love Glocks. I've got a video coming up pretty soon here, doing a Glock video. So just a little heads up on that. Now the breakdown of this gun, I'm going to go through it. I'm not by any means. I'm having a hard time with the camera. So just bear with me. I'll try to make it as easy to see as I can. But you have on the left-hand side of the gun, you have notches. Man, I'm having a hard time seeing it. But you have to take your safety off. You've got a button right here, or not a button, but there's a pin right here. This is your slide release. On the other side of the gun that's where you release your slide from, right here. Okay, so you have to line the little holes up to get that out, and when you get it to the right spot, let me just see this here so I can see where I'm doing this upside down, so it's really not easy to do. There it is. See, there's a spot there where there's like a D10 in that slide right there. But you want to just get it right in that spot and just pop your pin out. Just push it out a little ways to where you can get a hold of it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll just use one hand usually, and then just pull it out, pull your pin out. There. Okay, and there's your pin. That's for your slide release right there. And yes, it's a little bit dirty because I have shot it. I just haven't cleaned it yet. Then with that, you've got your bushing here and your guide rod bushing that you have to push out. You need a tool. They do give you the tool with the gun. I use a Leatherman. It's a lot easy, and let me tell you, when you're doing this, you've got to watch your eyes. Don't point the gun towards you at all when you do this, but you got to push down on this right here, on this bushing. You got to push down on that bushing, and then of course make sure the gun's unsafe. You got to push down on that bushing, and it can be a bear to do, let me tell you. A Kimber. Let's see if I can get this going here. Okay, push it all the way down. You're going to rotate your bushing. Like I said, guys, this can be a real bear. Let me get the tool. Hang on just a second. So anyway, push down on that, on your guide rod bushing, rotate it. Okay, hold your hand over it. Hold your hand over it. It does have, it's under pressure with the spring here. Okay, I know this is hard to see, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, but it's the best I can do right here. Okay, so you've got your recoil spring and your bushing right here. You can go ahead and pull that out, pull it right on out. The bushing comes off. There's your spring. Okay, then take your barrel bushing and run it all the way to the other side, and it'll come out. There's a notch in there where it comes out. Just takes a little work, and there you go. There's your barrel bushing. Okay. Then you can take the weapon off safe, or put it on fire, and slide it forward. And there you go. You got your frame, which, as I said, is aluminum. Very light, actually. You got here's your guide rod, long guide rod, and of course your barrel. Now your barrel is going to go out the front of the slide. It doesn't come out like a Glock or a SIG. It comes out the front. You just pull it straight out the front. Okay. So there you go. There's your barrel. There is your slide. And it's very nice. They do such a nice job on these, putting them together. They're super tight fit. Very nice, very nice. And then putting them back together is just the complete opposite. Oh, look, see, I almost did it myself. Trying to put the barrel in wrong. That was smart. Okay, and then put your guide rod back in. Your guide rod has a tent, like a detent right there. It goes on the barrel, like so. And then take your frame. I turn it upside down to do it, but then go ahead and slide your frame on to the slide. Okay. Turn it over, and if you can't, you have to line up these holes. That hole in the barrel, the little bushing on the barrel, that hole, you have to put your slide pin through. So you kind of have to mess with that until you get it just right. But once you get the hang of it, it's not hard to do. You don't want to scratch your gun, but just be careful when you do that. Be careful when you put this on. Be careful you don't slide it on the frame and put a nasty scratch on it. You got to line the barrel up, or the slide back up with your hole. Okay. Push that on in. Okay, and that's it. Now you put your safety back on. Now you're going to put your spring, or your bushing. Put your bushing in first. Same way it came out. Turn it one side. It goes all the way down on the barrel, all the way down on the slide, and then you're going to turn it back to the other side. Maybe. Okay, like so. Okay. You're going to put your spring back in, push it all the way down, and it'll snap into place on your guide rod. And just take your bushing, put it on there. Like I said, don't point it at your face, because if that slips, it'll definitely put your eye out, and it won't be a good day. Push it down. Pressure on it, push it down. Okay. It's got a lip on it. You can't hold the lip if you push the bushing over onto the recoil guide rod bushing. That way you can get your pliers or whatever you're using to push it on down, and then you put your barrel bushing right over the top of it and slide it back into place. Take it off safe. Make sure that everything functions. I don't pull the trigger. It's good not to pull the trigger on these, especially the more expensive ones, with no round in the chamber. It's just a bad habit to get into. But gun functions, works properly, and is ready to go again. But like I said, I know this is getting long. I just wanted to put this out here, and the videos will get better. I'm trying to get back into it, and so it's trying to get things set up to do review on. It's expensive. I don't have sponsors like some of the guys. I actually buy my own guns, so bear with me. We're gonna get it going on. Anyway, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It'd be awesome. Love to have you. And even if you don't like my channel, subscribe anyway. Okay. All right. So God bless you, and we'll see you next time. Have a good day.